Just got a tip, there's no debate. I know a gent that'll set you straight. It's Vinny Valentine. Good fellow who's got what it takes. A New Yorker to make no mistake. It's Vinny Valentine. And if you're feeling real blue, call on Vinny. He's gonna tell you who's better than you. Elizabeth Street, Little Italy. Hangs with his pals, yeah, that's where he'll be. It's Vinny, a friend of mine. Stand-up guy from the Lower East Side. Take it from me, he's one of a kind. It's Vinny Valentine.
Who's better than you? Welcome to the Tell It Like It Is show.
With Vinny and Mariana.
And Vinny and Mariana.
Back.
And thank you so much. You know, it's so nice to be back.
It's so nice to have you back.
You know,
we've all missed you tremendously.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
And I missed you. I did. I showed everybody your picture in the hospital.
Oh.
You know, and they said, "Who was she?" I said, "My girl." No. I said, it's my co-host of the show, Mariana. And actually, I was out for quite a while.
A while?
Yeah.
A while.
And I just want to let my viewers know what has happened. And I had the 3 blocked arteries going into the heart. They didn't have to do any surgery or anything like that. And I...
Luckily.
And after I was in the hospital a couple of days, they did the procedure. I fell on my face in the hospital. I wound up in ICU with a fever, 105.5.
Jeez.
Then I went, even my doctor said, Vinny, you're a bull, because there's not many people that come out of that one.
No.
Not 105.5.
No.
So I've seen people 100, 405. They don't even come out. You're 105.5.
You're the ultimate trooper.
There you go. We won't talk right now. Not my joke. Love it to death. So I went back up to my room for another week and a half. So I was in the hospital now about a total of 2 weeks. Then they sent me home. I was home about 2 or 3 days. Then I went back with pneumonia. So my body took a beating.
Absolutely.
And I want to tell you something. All that time that I was gone, I was in Bethesda Hospital. And the food there, one day it was, I mean, I have nothing against, you know, it's a Jewish hospital, but, you know, the food is kosher. You know, like one day it's chicken, next day it's fish, then one day it's meatloaf. I don't, that's what they call meatloaf, but you could kill it. If I threw that out the window, you fractured somebody's skull with that. But, you know, luckily I have I call him my boy. He's my manager. Eric Hoover.
Yeah.
He is the best. He's in the audience. I love him to death. And I speak to him about 4 or 5 times a day. I talk to him when I talk to my wife. And he was bringing me all this gourmet food.
Every time I would talk to you over the phone, you would always mention what Eric brought you, the salmon and
he would bring every
crab
day,
cakes. And it was unreal. And, he's such a good friend
so
to
he
you.
Was, so I mean, Eric brought me everything every day. And
you were spoiled. Everybody loves you so much that they wanted you to be happy no matter what.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
And there was one time, like, my friend Lenny, you know, I had a pizzeria in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And he works for this place called Artichoke Pizza on 14th Street. And I called him up and I said, hey, Lenny, I'm around the corner. I'm in Bethesda Hospital. What happened? I told him, blah, 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 blah. So he came to see me, brought me fruit and juice and all that stuff. And he says, you know, if you ever want anything, call me up. You know, I'll have somebody bring it over. I said, all right, I'll think about that one, you know.
And you were supposed to be on a diet during this whole time.
Yeah, right.
Right?
So I figured, when I heard artichoke pizza,
geez.
So I called him up and I said, Lenny. Lenny. Boy, am I losing it. That's why I need her.
I'll keep you straight.
I says, could you do me a favor? I just want one slice. And Eric's going, you know. So I said, no, actually 2 slices. So he made a whole pie and cut it in half and sent that over. So that's 4 slices to it too. And
for anybody else, that's what, 8 to 12 slices.
Something
that's not
like
4 slices.
Well,
that's a
no.
whole pie.
Well, how many slices in a pie? 8, right?
Right.
So we had 4, 2 and 2.
Oh my God.
2 and 2.
I'm sure the doctors love that one.
And I picked that. Then as soon as I finished the food chem, I said, take that crap back. I don't want it. You know? And so that was number 1. Anyway.
We're just so happy you're back and that you're healthy and that you recovered and that you were able to make it through, Vinny.
Yeah, and I pulled a bad trick on my wife, which I was telling you about earlier. When I came out of ICU, I called her up. I said, honey. She goes, honey, how do you feel? I said, yeah, I got bad news. What? I said, I'm going to live. She said, you effing asshole. No, I cut out the word effing, but I said asshole. Doesn't matter.
And you said it twice.
You know? And I said it twice. You know? She had no sense of humor, but that's okay.
Geez.
I shouldn't have pulled that on her because that freaked her right out. And
Vinny.
but you know, I'm back. I feel good.
You look good.
I'm sorry.
You look good.
And you look beautiful too, baby.
There you go.
There you go. Boy, did I miss her. And I tell you, I need her. Because there's a lot of things I forget. I have to call her up. She reminds me of them. Anyway, tonight we have a hell of a host.
We do have 2 hell of hosts.
And we have a hell of a guest.
Yes, we do.
Hell of a guest.
Yes.
This guy's name is Christopher. Now, I went to a car show with my manager, Eric, and he's in the audience right here. And I heard him sing. And he was so good. And but at that time he was okay. But now, when he was scheduled to come here on the show, rather than to hang me up, you know, he came in and said, "Vinny, I'm having a little problem." I said, "What?" He said, "I just got over a bad cold, so my voice isn't 100%. So what am I going to tell him? Go home? No, I would never do that." So he brought his tape with him, his CD.
His CD, yes.
So what we're going to do is not after I introduce him, then later on we'll get to hear like maybe a couple of those songs that you've that you sing.
Absolutely.
And we're not going to have him lip say it but this is him saying it.
No,
you know?
I'd never do that.
No, we won't do that. No, that what do they call that? Vanilla, whatever.
Yeah, Milli Vanilli.
Yeah,
Did they get screwed? They didn't make another dollar since then.
Oh boy.
Oh man, what was their name again?
Milli Vanilli?
Who?
Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli.
I kept calling him Vanilli.
I'm losing it too.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened? Somebody shook the machine back there and it skipped?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's bad. Anyway, please, let me introduce Christopher. I mean, this guy is wonderful. Christopher, how do you pronounce your last name?
Macchio.
Macchio.
Macchio. What?
Macchio.
Macchio.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So when I met you that day at the car show,
Yeah.
you were also singing with
Jackie DiMaggio.
Jackie DiMaggio, correct?
Oh, she's a friend of the show.
Oh,
She
yeah.
also is extremely
And
talented.
she's
She's a
and
beauty.
amazing.
She really is.
Yeah, we're going to get the 2 of them on the show one of these
Oh,
days.
absolutely, absolutely.
But, another thing I want to tell the audience is that starting in February,
Very exciting news.
the show is going to go on the road. And what I mean by on the road, like we're going to be filming in, every week is going to be different. Like restaurants, cafes, maybe salons or something like that, out on the street, you know. And it's going to be different each time. And we'll always have guests. And it's going to be something different for you to see all the time. You'll always see us.
You might run into us. You
Yeah,
never know.
but you won't see the desk nor the studio.
No.
And we'll be out on the street. And so
We're
once
trying
again,
something different.
Christopher, I love having you here.
Oh,
God
thank
bless.
you very
We're going
much.
to hear one of your songs. Wait, first tell us what's been happening with you now.
Well, as you mentioned, I mean, I've been sick this month, but there's really no rest for the weary. This is a very busy season. You know, the show must go on when I have these big concerts and such. So I've been very lucky to have a lot of opportunities to perform this season, and I've done events, corporate events.
Is it busy for you now?
Yeah, I have an event.
You can't stay on the show then? I'm only joking.
His voice is his tool. He needs to.
Boy, I led you right into that one, didn't I?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm sorry,
but I had a bunch of events for Toys for Tots, which is a cause that's very near and dear to my heart. I've been named vice chairman of Toys for Tots for this territory, so I was very, very honored to be a part of that.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so it's.
And you also joined the New York Tenors.
Yes.
So you're going to be going on the road with them soon,
yes,
right?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. This is a group that's comprised of Daniel Rodriguez, who was the singing policeman. Everyone knows him from 9/11. He got a lot of national exposure in that unfortunate event, but country really came together and rallied around this great presence, great voice. And another gentleman, Andy Cooney, who was one of the Irish tenors. So we've got
Andy Cooney.
Andy Cooney. So we've got a Puerto Rican gentleman, an Irish gentleman, and I represent the Italian American community, of course. So the three of us, we've been getting along so well, and we're really looking forward to touring the country. We'll be doing Carnegie Hall next year also. And for me, that's going to be just a tremendous opportunity and a tremendous step forward.
Believe it or not,
Absolutely.
I did Carnegie Hall myself.
Did you?
Did you now?
Yes,
Wow.
I did. I was up there because they had Bruce Springsteen up there, and they were bringing different guests up. There was some sort of a fundraiser. And so I was backstage, and I was talking to the guy that kept saying, okay, now you go out. So the guy had said to me, he goes, why do you look familiar? I said, well, excuse me. I said, well, you know, I'm an actor. I was at Casino Soprano. Goes,
You've probably seen me many times on film.
Meantime, he thought I was one of the people that was supposed to go out there. So I had, you know, one of the people.
So he
go out
didn't
there.
know.
I didn't know. So all of a sudden, now Bruce Springsteen came out right after me. So all of a sudden, after that guy before me was coming out, he goes, "Okay, go." I said, "Okay, go what? What are you talking? I'm not." He said, "Go, go, go, go." I said, "Oh shit, I'm in trouble."
That's number 3.
I didn't know what to say. So I went out there and I says, "Well, I want you to know I just came in from California, which was BS.
Oh my
You
gosh.
know, because this is a great, great event that I'm here for."
Right.
And I said, "I'm so honored to be here and to meet some of these people that I've never seen before, and to be here at Carnegie Hall."
Wow.
That is incredible.
I just kept going.
That's a lesson for the audience. If you want to get on, you know, a huge program, just pretend that you belong there.
Yeah.
And you're more than likely going to be just sent on.
Yeah, you
That's all
never
you know
know.
what Then I said, and I just want to thank everybody here, and for everybody here at the audience at Carnegie Hall here for coming here tonight. Thank you so much. Oh, now I'd like to introduce. Now there was somebody who was supposed to introduce Bruce Springsteen because they said he's going on next. I don't know what this. I don't know.
You got to introduce
him to
us?
So I brought him out.
Oh my God.
So everybody said, "Fucking cursing me out." So they said. So I said, "Now I'm sure that you people didn't come here to see me. You came here to see Bruce Springsteen. So you want to know something? I love him to death. He's coming out right now. Thank you so much for having me." And then I left, and he came out, and everybody was like, "What the freak that guy was supposed to be doing?" Well, next time, instead of asking me if I'm supposed to go out there. You know?
At the end of the day, it's on the stage manager.
did it
You're right.
okay.
That's true.
You know, I
That
did
is
it in
true.
good taste.
He was just following orders.
Yeah,
know?
They told him to come out, he did. Right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't supposed to go out there.
Yeah.
And I didn't have it all set up.
That's
So anyway.
hysterical. Oh
But
my
you're
God.
great off the cuff, so it's never a problem
There
for
you
you.
go. You know
Yeah.
that.
Improvisation.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Mariana always watches my back. Always got
do.
my back.
I
Always
do.
got my back. Good girl.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Now-
Richard, did you ever get those other tapes?
Now, Christopher, getting back to you.
Yeah, sure.
You are classically trained.
Yes.
You went to the Manhattan School of Music. So when did the interest start for singing?
Honestly, my voice was discovered before I had any interest in performing whatsoever. Basically, I had kept it a secret my whole life, and I'd sing
What a
at home,
secret, your voice?
but only when I was alone, when I was home alone.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Do you think you had some sort of stage fright?
Oh, huge stage fright. Huge stage fright. I was always academically focused. And, you know, for me, music was just my own little thing. And all of a sudden, actually, the only person who knew that I could sing was my grandmother, and I swore her to secrecy. She had, you know, heard me one time. And
you hid that all the time?
And I hid it. And I was in chorus in high school. And one day, the teacher had to evaluate everyone individually, and I absolutely refused. I said, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not singing in front of everybody. I could only perform with the anonymity afforded by the entire ensemble. And he got all annoyed, frustrated. He said, you know what, fine. At the end of the class, well, send everybody out. Everybody will leave the class, and you can at least sing for me for a few bars, just so I can evaluate you real quick. I'll mark it down in the book, and I'll send you on your way. So, end of class came. I sang my few bars for him, and he stopped in mid-song, and his jaw dropped, and he said, oh my God, you know, where have you been? Why have I not been told about you from the previous grades, from the chorus teachers? And I said, I was never in chorus before. I was really just satisfying a New York State graduation requirement. It's the only reason I signed up for chorus to begin with. And he said, well, what are you going to do with your life? And I said, well, I'm going to be an attorney. And he looked me in the eye, and he said, wrong answer. He said, you have a gift, and you have to share it with the world. And I left that classroom with a knot in my stomach, because I knew that my life had changed irrevocably at that moment, and that I would have this obligation.
I gotta hear a song. Now, after all that, I gotta hear something now. You know what I mean, Mickey?
That is unbelievable.
You know what I mean? I gotta hear something now. I'm sorry.
No,
you know, you got me all wound up now for this one. Now, so now these two songs that we're going to hear, we'll do one. You want to do them back to back?
No, I mean, you know, we could do one and then talk a little more.
And was this from your debut album,
yes,
Dolci Momenti?
Dolci Momenti.
Yeah.
Have I heard this one before?
Moments.
First one?
I don't know if, I mean, yeah, I'm sure you've heard the song before. This is, if he plays the right one, it's not, I think it's number 6. It's Maria from West Side Story.
Oh man. I'll sing that to you. Maria.
Maria, 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 Maria. All the beautiful sounds of the world in a single word. Maria, 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 Maria. I just met a girl named Maria, and suddenly that name will never be the same to me. Maria, I just kissed a girl named Maria, and suddenly I found how wonderful a song can be. Maria, say it loud and there's music playing. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. Maria, I'll never stop saying Maria. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. Maria, I'll never stop saying Maria. The most beautiful sound I ever heard.
Okay, 20 seconds and then you might be out again.
mesmerizing. Right. That was unreal. That's my favorite musical, West Side Story. So
really?
to hear that, I wish you could have done it live. You need to come back.
I say that, but I say Mariana.
It kills me to hear it and not to sing myself right now, believe me.
Is it strange for you to listen to your voice this way?
Well, I hate listening to myself, to be honest with you.
I'm sure it's...
I never let anybody that's around me like play my stuff. You know, you know how Woody Allen never watches his movies? I'll never listen to my stuff, never.
Now, I don't mean to interrupt, but did he say we have 9 minutes left or something?
Yeah. The show's going by really fast.
So, should we play another song?
Do you want to play the... Sure, it's up to you.
We could talk a little bit. And then, you know.
Or would you rather talk?
A little bit, a little bit.
A little bit of what? A little bit of a song, a little bit of talking.
Let's do a little bit of talking.
It's a short song.
So another thing that's coming up for you is that you have an agreement with Hofstra University. You have a new show, radio show that's coming up on MF Radio.
Yeah, FM radio. It's going to be it's Hofstra University Radio, and they have this certain segments that are designated for the community that serve a community purpose. And in this case, it's ethnic groups. So they have like Irish American shows, Polish American, and this show is designed to be focused on the Italian American community. And up until now, it's I guess it's focused on a kind of a slightly older demographic. And what I'm hoping to do is to cast a little bit of a wider net and to keep all of the people that currently enjoy the show each and every week and try to add to that and try to be more inclusive and get some of the younger people more involved in the community. I think it's, as Italian Americans, it's really important that we do that.
Absolutely.
Now, that was so wonderful, that song. I sing it too, but I sing Mariana.
Well, I think I might have to change it. Mariana. Oh, boy.
Don't mind me.
You have a request.
Don't mind me. It's my medication.
For your next album.
Yes, that's right. Oh, my goodness.
You have no idea how much I depend on her now. Because a doctor just recently told me that when you have, not all people, but some people that get pneumonia start to lose their memory a little bit.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that. And I have been.
Wow.
You know, I have a friend of mine.
They have apps for that on the iPad, and like you can work on your memory and stuff like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can do
like
exercises.
Luminosity or something like that. Yeah, you can.
Somebody told me to smoke pot. No, I'm only joking. I don't know.
I mean, whatever.
I don't know. No, I don't smoke that.
I don't think I missed that episode of Dr. Oz when he recognized.
Yeah, I don't think that.
No, I don't.
No.
I don't smoke at all.
Oh boy.
But wow, that was so wonderful.
Oh,
now,
thank you.
And just for our audience to know, so this specific radio show airs every Saturday from 12 to 2.
Every Saturday on 88.7 FM from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And it'll also be available streamed over
online.
the web, so anybody around the world, any of my fans around the world can enjoy it as well. And then it'll be available on podcasts.
When we do the show on the road, we could maybe come to an event that you're at and film it there.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Absolutely.
Would you like that?
Oh, I would love that.
Of course, you're a martini.
A little bit. You got it. It's a deal. That's it. Done.
And white wine.
That's right.
Perfect.
Is that your thing? White
Yes.
wine? All right. Oh,
Well, not any white wine. Sauvignon Blanc.
That's
You have to be
right.
specific.
That's what I got you.
Okay. That's
Did you really?
beautiful.
Oh.
Wow.
And all right, so yeah, well, I'll keep it so I have your number, and plus you have mine.
Oh,
And then-
absolutely.
And then other than singing, you're also an international trustee for the 5-Star Diamond Award.
Yes,
Can
this
you
is,
explain a little bit?
what this is, it's actually an award that was started by Frank Sinatra. And of all people, Frank Sinatra, you know, he had a very high standard of hospitality and, you know, restaurant quality and things like that that he demanded when he was alive. And he decided to have an award that would confer his name, you know, on these institutions that he really believed in. And now it's run by a wonderful, wonderful man, Joseph Cinque. And this gentleman has built this brand and this the prestige of this award and made it an international brand. And he works in conjunction. Another one of our trustees is Donald Trump. And we go around the world and we evaluate properties, and if they meet the standards of the Star Diamond Academy, then they're given the award. And it's just a privilege for me to really be a part of this, and I'm learning a tremendous amount. And it's a wonderful thing. And I now have the opportunity to perform at some of these five-star venues. We did, I just did a tour of Turkey. And we stayed at hotels in Marmaris and Bodrum and Istanbul, which, you know, the last of the, Istanbul is just an amazing historical city. Was Constantinople, now Istanbul.
The director of the showroom
like
was just behind your back giving me all these kind of motions. And I think he was telling me that he wants to play that next one.
Oh, does he really?
We only have about 4 minutes left,
okay,
so
let's
if you
do it.
don't
We don't
mind.
have much more time
that
to
was
go.
from West Side Story, the one previously, and that was the only Broadway-style production I ever did because it didn't require any dancing. So I could do it. I could play the lead Tony.
Oh, that's
and,
wonderful.
Now this one, I'm trained in opera, and so this is from the opera Turandot, and this is Luciano Pavarotti's famous number, Nessun Dorma.
Hi, Richard.
You're still on camera, but
Nessun dorma, nessun dorma. Tu pure, o principessa, nella tua fredda stanza, guardi le stelle che tremano d'amore e di speranza. Ma il mio mistero è chiuso in me, il nome mio nessun saprà, e nonna, solo tua bocca l'audirò quando la luce splenderà ed il mio bacio scioglierà